Hello everyone, it is Christine here, and my goodness, we are at the letter Z and the last of our stitch along videos for the A to Z of embroidery. So we're going to be doing zigzag stitch today, and I've drawn myself a Z with parallel lines in which I'm going to work my stitches. I'd actually just use the iron to slightly erase some of the edges, but I think I'll do it about like that. Maybe bring it to about there, maybe a bit further over. Just using my friction marker to sort of mark it out, and I'll erase those lines at the end. So what we are going to do is, I think we'll start just having a look at which way they are working it in the book. So yes, we'll start at this end, and then we are going to take our needle back in up the top, and then we're going to bring our needle back out at the bottom, and then we're going to take our needle in over here, and then we are going to pop back out below that. And then we're going to bring our needle back up. And then we are going to come back out down here. And then we're going to bring our needle back over. So let's just try and get the same sort of angle. Sometimes I hold my thread just to work out where I want to put the stitch in. And then we're going to come back down below. Don't know if I went quite far across there, but that's okay. You could also draw yourself little dashes on it so you know where you need to come up. So I hope you're having a great day. As I say, I can't believe that we got through. We did it, folks. As I was saying yesterday, thank you so much to everyone that has participated in whatever way that was, even if it was just, just watching, commenting, encouraging those of us taking part. Maybe doing a few stitches, maybe using the stitches in your own projects. Just makes me happy to know that, these videos have brought some inspiration, some joy, some community to folks. So when we get to the end, we are going to put a final stitch in there. And then we're going to reinsert, re-emerge down the bottom. And then go to the top, which will put a second stitch in place, which is what we're meant to have. And then we're going to re-emerge back there, and now we're going to go the reverse direction. And then again, we're going to put a second stitch in. And we're going to come across and put a cross. So we're basically creating little double lines, little gate. This would be great as a little gate stitch, actually. A little fence stitch would be fantastic on a little little cottage garden, which is almost what this patchwork fabric is like. Got my tail caught in. Let's just loosen the tail out. So you're just popping up through the same holes to the extent possible. Takes a decent amount of thread to do even just one row of this. Then I'll need to do my final double thread here as well. Yeah. Okay, we will tie that off so you get just a nice little straight line stitch at the back, so it's quite attractive on the front and the back. Okay, into the orts jar. Okay, I think this was the thread that I got just recently, the whole box of it. Crochet thread, vintage crochet thread. Okay, so we'll repeat the process on the bottom. So we'll start at this end, about here. Take our stitch up. And then bring our needle back down to the bottom, take it across, and then come up at the bottom, take it up, once you get going it's a nice little stitch. It's just getting these stitches into our muscle memory, isn't it? That's why it's good to repeat them a few times when you do them. But at least we'll always have our little dictionary of stitches to refer back to as well. That one was a bit short. I think I might just redo that one. Just trying to come back up through the same hole. Probably should have actually done this one a bit wider because then I'll need to do a nice big one for my... Actually, I might do that. I might just space the last two out so that the last one's not so hugely spaced. So even this one I think I'll take back and just make those stitches a bit bigger, which is probably where marking it out would be good, because then you'd make sure you get to the end and they're sort of still evenly stitched. So this one I will make longer. Just go a halfway point on that one. Oops, just knocked my little scissors on the floor onto the carpet, thankfully. Not onto my foot, thankfully. Do worry, one day I'm going to do that. Okay, so that's our end one. And then we start the process again of do a double stitch there, and then come to the bottom and work our way backwards, putting the cross hatches on and doing a double stitch at each of the mizzle sections. Fabric a little tighter than the hoop. Just makes it easier to have the fabric tensioned for a stitch like this. Just watching Marion's world with her little advent calendar, snow falling for her, or not falling, I think it was just covering the garden. And unfortunately her greenhouse door or glasshouse door had been broken, I think. But saw her having toasted crumpets on a fire. How nice. Way too toasty here though, even up in the craft room at the moment. That one last stitch was a little bit floopy, so we'll just try and fix that. I might just take it from the back. It's just a bit crooked, and then we need to work out how we're going to do the diagonal. But we shall work it out together in case you're wanting to do a diagonal yourself as well. So let's just bring this stitch here. Then I might just pass my needle under there. I probably won't get many stitches done with this piece of thread, but we can at least use it a little bit. Let's not catch the fabric though. It might be as much passing through as I can do. Let's come back under there. Okay. And then, so if we want to do the process here, let's work this way. And if I treat that as my parallel lines, I guess I might need to, maybe I'll just start it here and then I can come back and finish at the end. So if that's where I start. Yeah, that will be my and we'll come back and work out how we finish it at the end when we cross back over. I guess we'll probably work it out at the other end when we get there. And then when we get down to this end, we can fill the last little area in. Okay, so maybe I just come down. I'm thinking what's the correct way to cover these last stitches. Let's have a little look. Maybe I'll just come over like that, perhaps. That will work okay. Yep, that will work okay. And then I'll tie it off there, and then we'll start the process of coming coming back down. Letting this last one be a bit of a longer one, so those of us that have been joining the chat can enjoy the chat together. Have a bit more time for it. A bit of a celebration in the chat. So grab yourselves a nice beverage if you're not stitching and celebrate our conclusion. I've got my nice limey water. Cheers to all the fellow stitchers. Okay, so let's start the process down here. So put our double stitch in there, and then we'll come back down and do our crossings stitches. Do another double stitch. Another cross, another double stitch, and another cross, another double stitch, crossing it over, and oops. Did I tell you in one of the other videos I picked the most ginormous zucchini from the garden today? It had gone out of control. I took a photo of Travis with it. I'd have to share it. Maybe in our little Facebook group. And then after this I'll be filming one of my Stitchmas Christmas videos. So I need to put a double stitch in here. And then we'll probably take Travis out to the Botanic Gardens after that. And then I suppose I'd be putting a stitch about like that. Maybe one stitch that would come diagonally across to finish. So would that be kind of how it would come over to about there? Probably. So not totally even, or unless I do it on the straight, maybe I'll just do that one on the straight. Might look a bit better. I think I can hear Travis brundling up the stairs, so he might have decided that no, I'm not filming my Christmas video next. We are going to the park. I'll have to go and check on him. Okay, well, I think that works okay. So there we go. That is Z for zigzag and Z for the conclusion of our stitch along. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, just appreciate you all so very, very much, and I will see you soon for another stitching video, just not a stitch along A to Z of embroidery. Although we do have to put the books together, but those will be some some standalone videos, I think. So last of the letters, and then we'll move on to the bookmaking. Thanks, everyone. Bye.